believe in accessibility for everyone. It's not just people using wheelchairs or people who are blind. It's for the children, for families, for everybody.
Proudly Accessible Dubuque is going to explain to businesses what it is that they can easily do to invite more people to their business.
I can't tell you how often I can go into a place and I can work with them and I know they really want to work it out and they want to make it happen, and then I show them alternative ways of making it happen. That's the spirit of the law, and you're making it as easy as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, it has to be the best that you can do.
The whole point is to make businesses easier for more people to get into and spend money.
The hardest part is first letting the owner know, whoever I'm going to have to deal with, that I'm not there to destroy them. Really, that's the greatest fear. They think I'm going to walk in and tell them this is going to cost you $200,000 to $300,000. And so getting past that part where they will trust me. And from there on, actually, it's all downhill because it becomes very simple when they see the little things that I suggest and they think, wow, I can do that.
New businesses have very strict rules that are in place not only in the Americans with Disabilities Act but also in the building codes. But for existing businesses, we want to help you work in that less strict area and help you figure out what it is that you can do to become more accessible.
Those little considerations can make all the difference in the world to tell everybody they're welcome.
The assessment we had in our business, in our store a few weeks ago, I went into with a little bit of apprehension.
Oh, I loved Keith's aisles. I just thought I died and gone to heaven. It was just every aisle I looked down, I could go straight through. And it's even better, Maddie, even when we passed a pole, Maddie was able to walk right next to me. And she is a service dog, and that's where she wants to be, because she helps me.
It makes a difference when you view the store from the height of somebody in a wheelchair. So you view the sight lines and accessibility to merchandise that perhaps you didn't view as you typically walk the store.
When you have shelving too high and you have these products way up high, I have to wait for people to come and help me. So I was suggesting to Keith how you can have sections in different areas that are just almost squared off with a small little wheelchair logo with the same products that are on the high shelves in that area. Well, what I liked is when Keith said to me, Michelle, I need to take the top 3 or 5 best selling products to do what you've suggested, not every one of them. That was a wonderful, flexible, alternative solution.
So in all, it was a good assessment, and it was very eye-opening in many cases. And you walk away saying it's the right thing to do, but to correct small areas of deficiencies, that would require very little effort and isn't hard.
The assessment of our facility really has given us a professional perspective on what things we should be looking at and doing in order to properly serve those with special access issues.
Well, first, it was just a wonderful restroom. So easy to get into, the door was easy to use, he had levered handles, he had the soap in the right place, he had so many wonderful things. The only problem he really had was that the apron in front of the lab itself was a little bit too low.
The costs and the issues that came up during that review process really were very minor. And we're well prepared to address the concerns that relate to the application of this program to our business. The opportunity to make our offices available to all those in our community is very important to our management goals.
Leslie, first I want to tell you that you have a good distance between the 2 doors so we don't get trapped.
Sure.
And I see a lot of that. But the small problem that, well, 2 small problems, okay? And what's neat, the one's going to cost you a little bit, but the other one not going to cost you anything. Well, the first thing is there was a knob on the door instead of a levered handle. Won't take a whole lot for her to do that. A good commercial levered handle is going to cost about $80. The second thing that is ADA is you must have anywhere from 18 to 24 inches on the pull side of the door to the left. She's got the space, but she had beautiful little like pine trees, artificial pine trees there, and then our wonderful little statue of the dentist. And it was in the way. So you might want to take him as priceless as he is and keep him further over here. Sure. So the most expense that she was going to have is the levered handle. Okay, the parking, which Gomer came over and he went out of his way to come over and visit us. Number 1, thank you for that. Number 2, the parking lot designed before he ever was around everything is just such a great slope that it can be very dangerous for people to get out.
The handicap stalls, parking stalls for instance, can only be on a less than 2% grade, and that's hard to do. The thing I didn't want to do was have to tear up the whole parking lot. Obviously we're talking a huge expense to do that.
But the best alternative, and this is where we got to talk community, and this is where we have to face the spirit of what we're all trying to accomplish. If we could put scattered accessible parking right next to the sidewalk, parallel.
So I was able to meet with Katrina and work with the city to find a different solution that will meet those needs.
Well, the issue of tax incentives is one that, quite honestly, in a business that's tax is a major expense item, one that we were not aware of.
And having tax benefits only makes it more feasible to make the improvements necessary.
Businesses can take a survey that's on our website. We can determine that their facility is in really great shape or needs a little tweaking. And if it's in really great shape, we immediately will give a business an award, a Proudly Accessible Dubuque award. And if it needs a little tweaking, we'll help you figure out how to easily and inexpensively do that fixing.
As people become educated in the simple ways that we can make their business more accessible, every facet of our community more accessible, I think the better we're going to be perceived as a community. So it does make good business sense, and many of these applications that they will learn about through this Proudly Accessible Dubuque program are really cost neutral. They're very inexpensive. There are tax incentives for some of the bigger undertakings that they may want to do, and we're just so pleased that this group has stepped forward to help us with our ADA accessibility priority that the City Council has.
I strongly encourage other businesses to consider this as they look at their facilities and become active to the program and be excited about the opportunity to make your facility accessible to all.
That's all part and parcel to making Dubuque a great destination. So from that perspective, I think it's just the right thing to do, and it's good for business and it's good for growth here in the city.
The more accessible we can make our city, the better we will be, and it'll make it a nicer place to live and to shop and to have fun.
Our intent is to work with businesses, not against them.
The secret here is to be really proud of your community, okay, take pride in it, and be proudly accessible Dubuque. You can't beat it.